Good evening, everybody. I welcome you all to this meet on sustenance and sustainability, where we are going to discuss and have our keynote speakers and discuss further about how we're going to make this world a better place to live in. We are part of a vibrant tapestry of ecosystems teeming with life. This home, our planet Earth, is a source of our sustenance and inspiration. But in these unprecedented challenges and changing times, we are here gathered to address and see how we could contribute in making our lives better and the world a better place to live in. I would firstly like to invite Mr. Syed Anwar Bari, a seasoned project director with Al Bukhatir Group, to kindly welcome the audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all are doing well. So let me take the lead of welcoming you all on behalf of Dr. Syed Anwar Bari Sahab. So it is my proud privilege to be here this evening at the platform of Eco-Visionaries Global Group. And we are honored with the presence of the dignitaries like Mr. Nara Subramaniam from Malaysia. I extend a warm welcome to you, Mr. Nara, who is the head of the whole group, the Global Eco-Visionaries Global Group. I'm also honored with the kind presence of Dr. B. Ramanathan from Singapore. Dr. B. Ramanathan is a strong pillar of Eco-Visionaries Global Group, who is the Managing Director of ACE International Singapore. I welcome you, Dr. Ram. Next, we have Mr. Narendra Singh Ji with us, who is the President of Born to Win, and also who is associated very closely to tourist travel company. They not only make the trips, but they make the memories for the people. I extend a warm welcome to you, Mr. Narendra Singh Ji. And I would also like to welcome my senior, my mentor, my friend, Commander Vijay Kumar Ji. Commander Vijay Kumar Ji is a passionate coach who helps the people how to be successful in life. My warm greetings to you, Commander Vijay Kumar Ji. I would also love to welcome all the participants of this gathering, all the members of EduFam International Academy, and especially the Green Ambassadors. And yes, at last but not the least, the speaker for this evening, Professor Dr. Dimithri Jayagoda from United Arab Emirates. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to the speaker of this evening, none other than Dr. Professor Dimithri Jayagoda ji, who has joined us from Bolton University, Ras Al Khaimah, United Arab Emirates. Originally, sir is from Sri Lanka, and he has vast experience from different countries. And he is a truly global ambassador for the green initiatives. First time when I met him in one of the program at Bolton University, I remember that although the invitation was like open to everyone, to the professors, to the students, to the lecturers, to the faculty members, but the keen interest that I have seen and the passion in the eyes of professor, that was really remarkable. You know, everybody would come and attend the program, but not everybody will be there with the passion. That shows that how much he is concerned about the sustainability. And we immediately after my session, when we went for the plantation drive, because that day was Earth Day, and there was a plantation drive in the university. During that time, when I interacted with him, I found that he has lots many things to share with us. And not only I personally, but the whole family of EduFam. I would love them to listen to his story, to his experiences, to his sharings. And really, these are quite beneficial for us as a worker or as ambassador of green initiatives. If we want to bring any change, any reform, the best way is that we should look at the people, those who are already doing it. We can learn from their experiences, how they are doing. That's what today we are going to learn in this session by Professor Dimithri Jayagoda ji. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I extend a warm welcome to each one of you in this session. And I hope that everybody, whosoever is present here, would realize the importance of this session after the very, very beneficial session of the Professor ji. Thank you very much. And over to you, Ms. Masuda. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Halima Sadia, for those kind words and introduction of Eco Visionaries Group. And now we would like to have our keynote speaker, Dr. Dimithri Jayagoda. Over to you, sir, for the keynote. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Am I audible, everyone?
Yes, you are.
Sir.
Let me share the screen. I have prepared with some slides, which I'll share. But remember, this is not a traditional classroom-based presentation, which I've been doing for years now. And I don't want to do that. I know all of you are very familiar with those. First of all, let me do a quick introduction. Dr. Halima has given a nice introduction as well. I'll quickly tell you people who I am and where I come from and what made me to love green this much. I'm Dr. Dimithri Devindra Jayagoda. I'm working as a professor here in University of Bolton, Russell Khaimah in UAE. Originally, I'm a Sri Lankan. I'm a Sri Lankan national. And then I went to Sri Lankan State University as well. And then luckily, I got a scholarship to study in Japan. So I did my undergraduate studies at University of Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University for good 4 years. Then I didn't stop there. I did my master's in the same university for 2 years. Then at that time, I joined a program called sustainability. It's for a program that is separated from the degree. My major was development economics, but I joined an environmental program called Environmental Opinion Leaders. It's called ENVOL program. That was initiated by late Professor Dr. Sangha. So then I joined that program and luckily we went, lucky or coincident or I would say luckily I went to Philippines. Way back in 2010, if my memory is correct. That was my first time to be in the Philippines. That was on a February, when the Valentine's Day is there. So I missed the Valentine's Day celebrations in Japan, but yes, I was with a vibrant community of researchers in the Philippines. So I saw something in Philippines which is not that rare in other places, so where that I come from. Valentine's Day, we all know it's something to do with red, something to do with love, a day that we all, regardless of our religion, ethnicity, cultural background, share a chocolate or then share love between people. I mean, it can be father, mother, it can be father, daughter, it can be siblings, it can be girlfriend, boyfriend, it can be husband and wife. So somehow we share love. So in Philippines, I have seen a different way that they share love. So my major is development economics. So more into development. And then I spoke with my supervisor at that time, Professor Yamamoto Susumu. He's from Japan. And I said, sir, there's a nice environmental program taking place in the Philippines. Shall I do my master studies in that program? Then professor said, Dimi, he called me Dimi. Dimi, I am economist. You must do a dissertation that is more aligning with economics and not environment or not about love. I said, yes, sir, fine. But if you can help me to do this, I have passion now. Then he said, what do you know about Philippines? I said, okay, then how you are going to write a dissertation about that country? I said, yeah, so I'm not writing about Philippines, I'm writing about the program. love affair with nature and mangrove plantation, which I will show some photographs and details sooner. And he said, okay, this is not what I am interested in, but you can continue. No worries. I'll help you with academic requirements, but you do your research on your own. And I'll be only a supervisor for the academic aspect of it. I said, okay, sir, thank you very much. And then I was very honored to be supervised by 2, 3 professors at that time. Officially, it was Professor Yamamoto Susumu, an economist. And then I got the support from Dr. Sanga and Goye Kasadi, and he's a IT professor. He's into GIS, global, that's integrations and IT things. And then also I got some support from a Filipino professor, Professor Feliza. So all these people really liked what I'm doing. And then luckily I end up in Philippines again and again and again. So from 2009 or 10 up until 2014, 15, until I complete my PhD, every February I was in the Philippines. And my master's, PhD, all aligned, all my research were aligned in the Philippines. And then I ended up there doing my master's PhD, but I was based in Japan, traveling time to time. So with that story, keep that in your mind. So then I will relate it time to time when we are talking about today's topic. It's a green love affair. So you will be wondering what is. We all know what is a love affair, but what is green into it? So I'll tell you how this love affair in the Philippines turned into green. Okay. So first, everything starts from the Sustainable Development Goals. So if you go back in the history, we started from Millennium Development Goals. When I was a student, I can remember we were studying Millennium Development Goals, or so-called MDGs. At that time, it was only 8. Now, Sustainable Development Goals, we have 17. So it's very important here. It has given very importance for greenery, the environment, climate action, life below water, and life on land. All these are interconnected with greenery. So that's where the story starts from. So if you look at Millennium Development Goals, MDGs, or Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, all these are coming from the middle of the environment. So end of the day, you may be financially, you may be economically, you may be the most developed, but if you don't have trees, you are the least developed. So any development project, any financial development, any major cities, anything that has to focus with the greenery. So sustainability comes into play. It's not just you and I, we live our lifetime here. It's all about considering the lifetime of the next generation and generations to born. So, of course, none of us appreciate the oxygen that we enjoy. I've been breathing for the whole day today, but I never appreciated the tree by giving me free oxygen. Luckily, as Dr. Halima said, that day on the Earth Day, we could plant some trees. And today morning, before coming to this session, I went to the place where we planted. And then I had a look. Yeah, trees are fine, because in this weather, it's very difficult for a tree to survive. But luckily, these trees are there because we water them every other day. And so green is something extremely important. We know love, the red, because when you heard the word or hear the word love or Valentine's, red comes to your mind. But I'm talking about a green love affair, though it is love, but this is green. So let's have a look. So sustainable story. So sustainable development, basically, that we all love, we all know. So it's all about protecting planet, people, and prosperity, peace, partnership. Oh, here are 5 P's. We take 4 P's in marketing, product, price, place, promotion, but this is different for 5 P's, where we have to keep a balance between people, that's society, or in simple terms, society, economy, and environment, the C factors. So we need society to be happy, we need environment to be protected. At the same time, we need economy to be developed. It's not an easy balance to keep. It's very easy to say in words. So sustainable we need industrialization. I'm not against industrialization. We need development. We need to promote the transportation. We need to have transportation. We need people movement. We need buildings. Still, every development must be sustainable. How to do that? So we need the hearts, we need the greenery. So let me tell you the story. Before starting my story with the green affair or green love affair, the he who plants a tree plants a hope. So I would love to dedicate my speech for those people who plant trees or regularly. You can make it as a habit. I know in Sri Lankan society, most probably from the India, the South Asian, our societies, we have a New Year in April, the Sri Lankans. We do plant a tree on that, on a very auspicious time. So that is maybe the benefits will not get by the generation who plant the tree, maybe the next generation who will get the benefit. So geographically, our area, the South Asia, we are blessed with natural rivers, the water, the rain, the climate that will be really, really, really supportive to grow trees, any fruit. I don't think there was a need for me to buy fruits from the supermarket. Fruits were available easily from the backyard of the house. So we are coming from that much of a blessed society, and that needs to be continued. So now let me go into the today's talk, Sustainability Talk 34. The talk is about a green love affair. So let me take you to the journey, where it starts from. As you see in the screen, there is a beautiful island, fully greenish, white sand, beaches, crystal clear waters, amazing place. So this place is Philippines. I'm not a Filipino, don't take me wrong. I'm a Sri Lankan, but I did my research here in this beautiful country, Philippines. But not when you hear the word Philippines, the next comes to your mind is Manila. That's the developed city. You will not see a single green there. So I'm talking about an island called Palawan. It is far southern to Philippines, maybe closer to Malaysia, that side. The longest, most southern island of the Philippines, the country that is boasting about 7,000 to 5,000 to 7,000 islands. So this Palawan island is amazingly beautiful. It has the sea, sun and sand, at the same time mountains and the green. So I'll tell you how. Okay, so the story starts Valentine's Day and the love affair with nature. So this love affair with nature is now it's in the rule book of the Palawan Island, Philippines. So February 14th is being declared by the Philippine government, the Palawan government. Everyone must plant a tree. Mostly they focus on mangrove trees because they are surrounded by sea, and it's a very tiny, long island. So then you will find beach all over the place around the town. So the most widest place is 20 kilometers. So it's a long island. So you can see beach anywhere, the beautiful beach. So then they plant mangrove trees. Why this happened? Because even in the Philippines, trees were declining at an alarming rate. So I'll show you some data, some information. So between the year 1980 to 2005, within 25 years, world mangrove forest has been declined by more than 20%. Within a period of 25 years, 2.5 decades, 20% of mangroves have been declined. So if you look at the story from the world, as you see, any part of the world, there is not a single place. I have data from 1980 to 2005. This is quite all. But any place you can see, this is the important part. Not the important, but the heartbreaking part. Tree covers are being declined. Every place. If you look at Southeast Asia, North and Central America, Western and Central Africa, South America, South Asia, Australia, Oceania, which is not that much declining. Other than that, Oceania, a slight decline, but not growing as well. All other places, trees are declining. So let's see how the story goes on in the Philippines. So Philippines, 1918, 100 years ago, roughly, they had 500,000 hectares of mangrove forest. Greenish, so greenish islands could have been there in the Philippines 100 years ago. But now, unfortunately, that has been declined up to 117,000 hectares. 500,000 to 117,000, it's like 80% decline. So imagine in such a beautiful country, which is surviving more from the tourism, and you are losing the nature, which is a disaster, alarming issue. See, this is the chart information because I'm not a big believer of secondary information or secondary research or secondary data, but this is alarming. From 500,000 hectares to 100,000 hectares, you can see a decline. This is alarming. So Philippines government, not Philippines, I would say Palawan government, Palawan Island, mayor from Puerto Princesa City, the late mayor, Mayor Edward Hagedorn, he himself was an illegal logger who came to Palawan to cut down trees and send them abroad. That was his job. He is an environment degrader or environment disasteral person. Then he said, I changed 360 degrees of myself. I realized I was a logger. He's like a thug. But when he start loving environment, when he start growing trees, people started liking him. In 3 consecutive elections, people have chosen him as the mayor. From an illegal logger to environment lover and becoming mayor of the Palawan, Puerto Princesa, 3 terms. It's not easy. Anyone who knows politics in South Asia or Southeast Asia, it's not easy to come to power in 2 to 3 times or 2 to 3 terms consecutively. For good 20 years, he was the mayor. And some people might say, yes, you should not have one person ruling the place. There are arguments, positive and negative. Let's see the positive ones, positive side of it. He has changed the mindsets of the people, entire mindsets of the people. I have met different people. My research is case study-based research, participatory-based research that I conduct. So I was talking to people from the local community, and all of them were crystal clearly saying they have never cut down a tree and they are so scared even to break a branch of a tree because legal system is very much rigorous in that country, very dangerous. You can end up in jail. And if someone does that kind of a bad activity, let's say you're building your house and you cut down several trees and getting the wood that you want, they'll say that's wrong and they will never accept that person in the society. So it's a societal pressure that has made them to be environmental lovers. So at this depletion rate, 3,700 hectares per year has been depleted. So 1980 and 1991 in particular, some 20,000 hectares were lost annually. So then came up with the amazing concept. Even in the Palawan, mangroves were declining. So they came up with project that is called Love Affair with Nature. So you may be wondering, people, why have love affair with nature? I'll tell you why Love Affair with Nature is so successful. It was started on a Valentine's Day, February the 14th, 2003. Now we are in 2025. We are 21 years after 2 decades. Even this happened in this February the 14th, this year, 2025. 25. It will happen 2026, next year, February the 14th as well. If you're planning to go visit Philippines, if you want to enjoy sun, sea, and sand, also the greenery, please make your trip to Palawan. And you can enjoy with those people, and you can plant mangrove trees. This was started at a very small scale back in 2003, February the 14th, planting 2,500 mangrove trees in 2 hectares. It's not in that big area for them. See the development. Every year, they have been planting. The numbers are little different some years. So they are planting mangrove trees, and they call seedlings and propagules. They were planting, and some years numbers are little less, but every February the 14th, they are planting at least 5,000 to 10,000 mangrove trees. So their nature, environment is protected. 10,000 trees, I have checked with the data, survival rate is 70%. So out of 10,000, 7,000 remains. So 3,000, it goes to the sea because when the high tide comes in, so the survival rate is quite less to mangrove trees. But out of 10,000 that is being planted every year, 7,000 survives. That's the beauty of mangrove trees. So now people must be wondering why I said this is love affair. And see, I changed the color of the slides as well from green to red now. Now here comes the love story. In Philippines, in Palawan Island, they made this February the 14th, it's in the legislation, February 14th as Love Affair with Nature Day of Puerto Princesa City. So couples in Philippines, we know it's a society where luckily there is no divorce rate, not at all legally allowed to divorce. But even when you get married, you don't get married with the legal tie-ups. You need to go to church because they are mostly the Christian society. You need to go to church, register, do the religious vows, and then come and register your marriage, get the marriage certificate. That will cost you some money. Some people are so poor. I don't say they are poor because from the heart, they are so poor when it comes to financial terms to bear that cost. So they are not married, but they are living happily. They have children, they have grandchildren even, but legally they are not married. So what May Hagedorn came up with this project, Valentine's Day and the Love Affair with Nature, you conduct a very big mass wedding ceremony in a selected area near the beach. So couples participate, at least 200 couples in a day. They come, couples, instance, they get married on the day. They wear white dress. That's the tradition of the Philippines. They come, they get the religious vows. A father from the church comes and gives the religious vows, and legal the oaths were given, and then signing parties all organized by the government for free. So people get legal marriage, but under one condition. This condition is very important. We all know, most of us here are married or going to marry soon. First thing you do after your marriage is your honeymoon, right? So most of us could have enjoyed that already. But in the Philippines, in this love affair with nature in Palawan, when you get married with the government sponsorship, you have to do one thing before the honeymoon, that the couple should go and plant a mangrove tree together before the honeymoon. So before they do anything, they have to plant a mangrove tree together. That's the love they show to the nature. That's the love they show to the environment. That's why I'm saying this is an amazing project, because that part is within their bloodstreams, within their breath. So now let's say a couple get married February the 14th of 2024, 2025, their first year wedding anniversary again will come on a Valentine's Day, and they will definitely go and plant a mangrove tree. Not only one tree, they'll plant 5-6 trees. This is the beauty of the project. So at least I have been there, I have witnessed 7 to 8, 6 or 7 minimum Valentine Day celebrations in the Philippines. All couples, they come and plant. At least I have seen 200 people getting married on the day. One condition, you have to plant a mangrove tree. See, this is a picture. These are some pictures I have taken during 2000, I would say 12, 13. The quality is not so good, didn't have good iPhones at that time, as we are enjoying today. See, this is the mass wedding celebrations in the stage. This is the father is giving religious vows. This is late Mayor Edward Hagedorn was seated here. And then these are couples. So you can see these couples, they wear white color dress to get to get married. And besides them, you can see a mangrove. Soon after the marriage, this is what they are going to do. So these are some high-ranked government officials from the city and TV presenters, beautiful models, Miss Earth, Mrs. Earth, all Philippine beauty people join the beauty pageant, artists, everyone participate in this event. So people go to take pictures, to take selfies with their celebrities, sportsmen, all these people. So soon after, mostly it will rain. Mostly there's a higher chance of having a rain on that day. That's why some people are with umbrella. You go to the field and you plant a mangrove tree. So this is the mass wedding. And soon after the wedding, it will take about 1 hour, 1.5 hour major celebrations, legal action, everything. And then even the government will provide a huge cake. That's the Christian culture. The couple, they see, as you can see in this picture, wife is feeding the husband, husband is feeding the wife with piece of cake to share their love. So, reasons for the continuation of the program. We know there are beautiful programs, there are amazing sustainability programs, tree planting campaigns that starts but hardly continues. There's a reason for this program, where this Valentine's Day Love Affair with Nature since 2003 up until today, this February 14, even next year, February 14 of 2026, this will take place, one, because of the legal support. So municipal government, City Environment Office and City Environmental Resource Office, all environmental departments of the Philippines, and also they have provincial departments in the city of Palawan, Puerto Princesa. They do endorse this activity. So then if legally, it's identified. And people, communities will get a lot of benefits. The local community, people knows the fish catch will grow up, because mangroves forest is the place for fish to lay eggs and fish to grow. And then their fish catch is 60% of the entire Philippines. Philippines being an island country, and one of their major economic sources fisheries, contributes to 60% of its fisheries. That means people know this advantage. So this is a event that is taking place from long time. So I'll skip that part. And then see the mangroves, the plantation is increasing compared to 1992 to 2005. There's increase of planting mangroves and the mangrove forest cover in the Puerto Princesa city, the Palawan Island. And there's clear evidence that mangrove forest in the world is declining. However, if you look at all, I've been searching a lot of literature to do many publications, and I realized that any part of the world, mangrove trees are declining, including my country, Sri Lanka. But even the Philippines, yes, there's a huge decline rate. But having said that, only in this island, Palawan Island, the Puerto Princesa, for decades, it's growing. I have evidence, I have seen evidence, I'll share that evidence in a minute. The reason why this is so good, one, government involvement, effective law enforcement. You can't cut down a tree, political will, proper leadership of Mayor Hagedorn, community involvement, local people involved in this. Then alternative livelihoods, they can do livelihoods activities, especially attached with tourism. Also education campaign, small kids in the school are being educated of the importance, and Some of the assignments for university students is to go to the field, plant some trees, take pictures, submit that, and submit a report explaining the importance of planting mangrove trees. So willingness of the local community are needed to change the trend of mangroves. Okay, so love affair with nature that has been taken place in Puerto Princesa. I'll show you some pictures. This will prove my point. The first picture that you see here is taken by myself, not most quality cameras. This is Manila. You will not see any greenery. Instead, you will see some shanties, we call some slums. Lot of houses, no green at all. This is very closer to Manila, or soon after taking off from Manila. But the pictures in my right side, in the right side of the screen, this is lush greenery. This is maybe a few meters high from the sky. Flight is about to land in Puerto Princesa. So Puerto Princesa city, it's the greenest, cleanest and the greenest city in the Philippines, or cleanest and the greenest city in the whole ASEAN region, which is amazing, right? So to keep a city as the cleanest and the greenest, and that is the place where which produce more oxygen, and carbon dioxide intake is lesser when you do calculations. So this is the story of love affair, and this is the outcome. You will make a greenest, cleanest, and the greenest city. And yes, they have won a lot of awards after sharing love with the environment, the green love affair. So thank you very much for listening. If you have any question, I mostly welcome your questions.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Professor Dr. Dimithri. That was a wonderful journey you took us through from your experience, your PhD experience, how you started off from Japan to Philippines on a Valentine's Day, and you took us through this wonderful story of having a green affair, and that is so interesting how a culture has been linked to a sustainable practice and working on all 5 P's. That was what I could feel from your story, and connecting people, planet, prosperity, partnership, and definitely a message of peace that binds all. So the message of peace is not just at a personal level where two people coming together, starting a unit of the society as a family, and also the planet is also part of our family, and that is something that we're going to leave behind for future generations. Thank you so very much. That was so interesting and truly a wonderful storytelling session on a green love affair. So
Thank you very
I
much
think
for that
now the
nice